To an Airbnb in Miami, right?
Yes. like that's your phone? Or
Actually, that's an old iPhone, which I use old iPhones. That's just one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do recommend it. A lot of people comment on it, and they think it's a great idea. Basically, you put the camera there on horizontal mode. You just put it on video, and then depending on how big the hard drive is, you can record on this one. I think it's got a 64 gigabyte hard drive, which is the biggest that phone has, and you can do 7 hours.
Okay.
Which is really, we started and stop it sometimes, but it could do 7 hours, the whole, without stopping it.
Right.
But we stop it sometimes if we have too much time in between jobs.
Right.
We'll stop it and start it again. Yeah. So it's a great idea. And then obviously once it's in there, you can edit it, right?
Right.
And you can also connect to Wi-Fi and upload it if you had to, or email it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great idea, yeah. And I think all cars in the future are going to have it automatically, especially the electric cars.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, some of them already have it. But I think every car eventually is going to have it. Just like every car has the backup camera now.
Absolutely.
Now, in the future, every car is going to have that, and mostly for insurance reasons too. Because now, in the future, if something happens, they're not even going to rely on a police report. They're going to just download the. Well, actually, a lot of the cars, like the new Corvette, records the brake data and the acceleration data in the cloud as you're driving.
Oh, wow.
So if you hit a wall and the car blew up, they would still have that data of what happened right before the crash.
Right.
And that's like the top level of what's going on when it comes to documenting what's going on behind the wheel. And I think that's going to be a normal course of action for the car industry and for the insurance industry. And just to be able to insure someone in the future, they're going to want to know that the car is monitored. So if anything was to happen, they're less likely to commit fraud, because you're going to know if you say somebody hit you from behind, you're going to be able to know what you were doing to get hit.
Right.
Did you press the brakes hard or not? Something like that is never proven, right? It's your word against the person that hit you. But if you had the camera, especially if the brake data is getting recorded, you could say, well, why did you press the brake when the light was green?
Right.
And of course that guy hit you. You pressed the brake. So it's a great, for insurance reasons.
Hey, I bet you it won't take insurance prices down, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're really, especially in South Florida, they're out of control. I stopped even trying to get people in this business because of that. Because I have some people very mad at me that I've taken them down this road to be able to do this for a living. And they bought the vehicle, they got their chauffeur's license, and when it came time to get their permits, they needed to provide the information for insurance, and they weren't able to get insurance, or it was so high that they couldn't afford it.
Right.
And then they just did everything for nothing. So unfortunately, you can't get insurance without a VIN number, which means you have to buy the car really.
Oh, okay. You
Before,
gotta invest in it before you can even.
And this kind of insurance is called livery insurance, and it's really dependent on the vehicle more than anything else. So you can't look for a vehicle that's for sale, get that VIN number, and then give it to the Progressive Commercial. Progressive Commercial will not give you a quote on that for you and that vehicle unless it's purchased. So that's a big downside, because very few people feel confident enough to just go ahead and buy a vehicle and then see if you can afford the insurance, which the average cost of insurance is like $15,000 a year.
We were just talking about insurance, and I was telling my wife about how we need to check around for our insurance, because you see all those commercials now. If you call here, we can get you better insurance and stuff like that.
Well, you got to be cool. A lot of those ads you're seeing are brokers.
Yeah.
in this business too, if you go online and you type in, I need a shuttle to the cruise port, some of the companies that show up don't have vans. They're more like not a telemarketer, but more a broker. So basically, they're gonna take your information and maybe charge your credit card, and then they'll
shop it to you.
And then well, not me personally, but other companies will take that business at a discount because it wasn't their lead, let's say.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, insurance companies are doing the same thing. So there's brokers out there that feel that they can get a little piece of every policy, and that they're really good at advertising. So they'll advertise cheap insurance, whether it's on the TV or a magazine or on the internet, through emails, Google. They'll advertise it. And I think the General is a very popular one. You ever heard of the General?
Yeah.
I think the General is a big broker. I don't think you ever have insurance that says the General, but the General will get you a policy.
Okay.
Because all these insurance companies are in a pool with all the General's clients, because the General might get, let's say, 100 clients a day from their advertising, and those clients, it's a lot, let's say. So the insurance companies want to do business with the General, and they try to give them really good rates, so that way the General keeps in business, and that's just another way for them to get insurance policies sold, rather than dealing with an agent or dealing directly with the company. So yeah, you got to kind of be careful with the insurance, where you might get a fraudulent broker too. That's a lot of guys will just take your information and then try to sell it to someone that may be unethical. So yeah, insurance, unfortunately, it's one of the most expensive things. Even just now on my house, about 6 weeks ago, my mortgage company made it mandatory that I carry flood insurance. And I've had my house for 15 years, same mortgage company. All of a sudden now that I need flood insurance. So if I didn't go out and buy it, they were going to put flood insurance in my, they're going to purchase it on my behalf. And they even said it could be 2 or 3 times as much as if you had to purchase it yourself.
Right.
So I went out, got it myself. Now, last week, they just sent me a letter saying we want windstorm insurance. So now not only do I have regular insurance, I guess, which is liability, homeowners insurance, now they made me get a flood policy, and now they're making me get a wind policy, which I need an inspection to do. And I actually just scheduled the inspector to come on Tuesday. So he's going to inspect my windows, inspect my roof, forward the information to an insurance agent. That insurance agent's going to give me the quote for wind insurance. I'm going to give them my credit card number, and they're going to forward that information to the mortgage company. But I believe the mortgage company is even charging me right now for not even having it, even though they never required it. So the moment they said we're requiring it, they're allowed to charge me for a policy until I get it myself. Very fraudulent. It's a fraudulent way to be.
Right.
But we talk about insurance, and that's the nature of insurance. Down here it is anyway. They got me over the barrel. I have to do what they say because they're holding my mortgage. It actually makes me want to pay off my house because I only owe $100,000 on my house. I feel like I'd be better off if I put that on my credit card to cancel my insurance.
Right.
Because when you own a house here in Florida, you don't have to have insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you own your house in Florida, you don't have to have insurance. So right now I'm going to be getting 3 policies. So you could look at maybe one policy being, let's say, $2,000 a year. The other ones might be $1,000 a year. So you're looking at $4,000 a year I have to pay for insurance. But if I just pay off my house, I save $4,000. So in a way, it makes me want to just put it on my credit card and just cancel the insurance. I can't exactly afford to do that either, but believe me, I wish if I could, I would. If I could pay off my house just to get rid of my insurance policies, I would. There's no way skating around the car insurance. That I have to pay every year. That's big time money also. So yeah, insurance is, I'm probably paying $20,000 a year for insurance between the house and the car. It's crazy. And I don't even have medical insurance. Jeez. The one insurance I probably would use, I don't even have it. I never made an insurance claim in my life. Never crashed a car. never had an accident, so I never made an insurance claim with a vehicle, and I never made an insurance claim with my house. And I've been paying all this money all these years, right? But no medical insurance, because I can't afford to even add that on top of that. Yeah. One of the downsides of living in Florida is the insurance, no doubt about it. A lot of theft, a lot of fraud. Title theft. You ever heard of title theft?
No.
People are stealing people's houses here. They made it harder because now you can register for a database where it's not so easy, but a lot of people don't know about it. Say there's a house for sale. There's something that you can transfer a title of that house if it's paid for with just a notary republic.
Okay.
So all it needs is one fraudulent or criminal, right? One criminal that has a notary republic stamp or convinces someone else to do it on their behalf. You're looking at just getting one document, getting it notarized, submitting it to the clerk, and within a certain amount of time, that house gets transferred to you.
Wow.
And when that house gets transferred to you, you can go take a loan out it, or you can sell it. And that's happened in South Florida. And there's a whole industry now, like they used to be. You heard of LifeLock,
Yes.
where they save your credit. Now it's home title lock. So what it means is they put a notice or something to do with the clerk of courts, where if your title is getting ready to be transferred to someone else, you get an email or you get a phone call, or there's a secondary documentation, and a lot of people are signing up for that. Right now it's free with the county, but there's people don't know that, so there's a lot of companies opening up trying to take money from people for $30 a month that they'll monitor your title.
Right.
But I know it's free because I've been keeping up on it, and it's a free service that the property appraiser here in South Florida, whatever county you live in. I live in Broward, which is Fort Lauderdale. The Broward County property appraiser has a program that lets you sign up for free on their website. All you need is a driver's license and a utility bill, and then your name needs to be on the title. Those three things, just your name on the title, your property, your driver's license, and your utility bill. And now you're in a database that says if somebody submits that notarized document to transfer your title, they have to call you to get your consent or somehow get your consent. So I'm safe, and I think that, I think a lot of criminals probably aren't doing it anymore now that they're onto them.
Right.
But we're talking 5 years ago, 4 years ago, it was happening because nobody knew it was even possible, or that somebody would risk doing that, breaking the law and doing that. But you can imagine the upside to doing it is, look at the loan you can take out. If you can prove to the bank that you own that home, and they weren't hip to this title fraud, so the banks didn't know. So people were just going into Wells Fargo and saying, I'd like to get a home equity line of credit. And they'd give you a credit card, and that credit card would go right to a mortgage, and then you would just pay the mortgage, and then this guy would never pay it. He would just get like a $50,000 credit line and go out and shop, and then the bills would come, he would never pay it, and then he would walk away, and then that would be it. The person doesn't own the house anymore, and now there's a $50,000 debt on that property. So yeah, it's a lot of fraud. That's another thing.
You almost think that if you didn't sign for the debt of the loan, it still wouldn't go to you. But I guess it's on the house.
It's on the house.
It's on the house.
Yeah. So like you can have bad credit. You can have bad credit or no credit, but if you own a home, that's equity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like Europeans, I'm familiar with Europe because my family's there. Europeans don't have Social Security numbers. So you think, if you don't have a Social Security number, how do you get credit? Because we get credit based on our Social Security number, right? Well, in Europe, your credit is based on what you have in the bank. So if you have $10,000 in the bank, they'll give you $10,000 credit. But if you don't pay that off, they hold the 10,000.
Right.
Like you can only take out the 10,000 if you don't have an open line of credit for 10,000. So if you have 20,000 in the bank and you have a $10,000 line of credit, you're allowed to take 10,000 out. That's the way all of Europe acts when it comes to credit, which makes sense, right? We're a step above where we actually trust people here, and we believe that it's a better option to not burden people by having to create a savings to get credit. We give credit based on being American. So if you're American, you can get credit, and that's great. That really is great. I mean, it's something that can really help us. We have the advantage over a lot of people from all over the world because of that. Unfortunately, we have unbelievable credit card interest rates too, which make it so ridiculous to even use credit on a big scale. Maybe on a small scale it's okay, but on a big scale, the credit interest rates are out of control. Actually, Trump just said he was going to make it mandatory that the credit card companies can only charge 10%, and they're fighting him on that. But that would be great.
Yeah, it would.
If it was 10%, you can go out and buy a car on your credit card, and it wouldn't be outrageous.
Right.
Where 3-4% is great. 10% is high, but still, it's doable.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a $20,000 car and 10% interest rate ain't that bad. It's less than half of what it is now. It's over 20. Most credit cards are over 20%. Yeah, that's a great idea. Whoever told him that's a good idea, that is a great idea.
Oh, this house. We can't check in till 3, so they're gonna let us drop our luggage off. Then we're gonna. He told me, I said, well, you gotta give me something. I said, can we sit in the backyard? He says, no, we don't want you to sit in the backyard while they're cleaning the house. I'm thinking like, he says it's an arcade close by.
If you would have told me that, I would have taken you somewhere, held your luggage, and then come back and get you and brought you there.
I didn't know.
It would have cost you, so you might not want to have done it, but it was a possibility that I could have picked you up this morning and brought you to the beach, the mall, the casino, held your luggage. You could have spent the day there, even the diner, even the 24-hour diner, and then I could have come and got you at 2 and brought you. But I would have charged you one more time. So in your case, it would have been a lot of money too. It would have been another $100. Would you pay $180? Something like that.
We got the round trip, so we got the.
Well, whatever you paid for a one-way, you would have had to pay one more time. So you probably maybe wouldn't have wanted to do that. Where now.
Yeah, he says an arcade like 5 minutes away from there. So.
Well, I don't mind waiting and maybe dropping you off somewhere if that's what you want.
That would be great if you could drop us up to 8 arcade.
Yeah, I don't mind.
He says an arcade 5 minutes away from there. He said.
I know that you're in a kind of this is an obscure location because it's out west.
Okay.
This house that you're going to now.
Right.
If you notice where we are right now, we're right here. You see, we're on the Florida Turnpike, and this is I-95. Everything in Florida is east of 95. The cruise port, the beach, right? There's I-95, you see, which is normally what I take when I go south. But I'm on the turnpike now. It says we're going to be there in 17 minutes, right? This turnpike goes to Orlando or goes to the West Coast. So that's why if you look at Florida here, you see how we're going west? We're going this way, right? Everybody that comes to Florida wants to be by the beach, right? They want to be this way.
Right.
So when you go out, like if you look around right now, right? You see where we're looking at? Not much of anything, right?
Right.
So that's when you go out west, you're very limited to what you're going to do outside that house.
Okay.
Like I did just look real quick at this neighborhood, and it looked like you were in the middle of this giant neighborhood, which means that you're not walking anywhere.
Okay.
So for him to say there was an arcade, that's kind of disingenuous because you're not going to want to. I don't think you'd want to walk out this door and go somewhere. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a strip mall with something right next door. But and I also think it's ridiculous that they're letting you check in at 10. I mean at 3. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you should have been able to check in. You should have been able to check in at 10 a.m. That's really what it is. You should have been able to check in. So for him to tell you to wait till 3 is not very disingenuous. They should have never let you do that. And in my opinion, this is not a great spot because you're so far from everything. It would have been better to be, where you could have done something.
You know the crazy part about it is we had a house all booked. The guy contacts me and says, you have to cancel your booking. I said, what? I said, I'm a month out.
Yeah, it's very
all the good houses have left.
Yeah.
He says, well, I'm going through a divorce, and he says, we're not doing the house as a...
Right. They could say anything. You don't even know if that's true.
So that's
Put it
what
this
I
way.
said.
Let me just say, what he told you, he could have told 25 people that this year. That spiel, that script that he told you, right? He knows that that is something that you might believe, and something that's, if you complained about, let's say, right? That his emergency would be, people would be sympathetic to that emergency. But the fact is he's probably using that emergency every time he double books, or every time he decides, you know what, I have other plans for that weekend.
He raised the price. I went back and looked. He raised the price.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you know, was this Airbnb?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've never used Airbnb, and obviously a lot of people do. I take people to a lot of Airbnbs, but I even have a policy, because I've been doing this for a while, that I won't even drop anybody off at an Airbnb and leave until they open up that front door.
Okay.
Because there's been too many times that I've left, and I have them calling me saying, come back and get us. We can't get in, and we can't get in touch with the owner.
Wow.
And they got their luggage, and it's at night, and it's in the hood. And these are young girls, college girls.
Right.
And they're like, is there a Walmart around here? I'm like, Walmart, girl, you're in Miami Gardens. You need to go in the house. You can't be walking around Miami Gardens dressed like that. Not on a nighttime. All right, I'll come back and get you. And I come back and get them and bring them to the cheapest hotel that I know. And that happened more than once. And I get frustrated because when I'm on the road to go to my next job,
right,
I'm always, you know, on my mission, right? And to have to stop and go back and then deal with that situation, I had to cancel the job and give it to someone else. I lost money. I mean, yeah, the girls were appreciative, they tipped me and all, but it wasn't like that. I felt so bad for them that now I don't drop anybody off without making sure. Like I would tell you normally, hey, take your time, you guys. Who's got the code to get in?
Right.
Okay, go right now when we get there. I'll take care of the luggage, and I'll go slow. I'll make sure that I'm pacing myself, because all I care about is you getting in that door. Because in my mind, if you don't get through that door, I can't drop you off, because I worry about what are you going to do, you know? What are you going to do? So
I can tell how I like the way you did business, because every time if I called you, you said I'm gonna text you. So you wanted to make sure everything would go down.
It's also a paper trail.
Exactly,
you know?
and I love that. Right?
Yeah.
I love that part.
Well, you know, you do business long enough, you realize, you know, how you can best operate, and I don't know if you know this, but text messages are legal documents.
Yeah.
As you know, when you watch the news about when them they catch criminals and
right,
stuff, and they see, oh, he texts this guy or he texts that guy, right? So a text, in a way, is a contract.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you disputed a credit card charge and all you did was have a text message, that's all you need.
Right.
Because a text message is a legal document. So when you say you're going to do something over text, it's the best way to operate, because obviously you're in direct communication with somebody. That's my way of thinking, is when you do things over text messages, it's very transparent. You know, there's no underlying, let's say, gray area. I mean, it's pretty out. Everything is so out in the open. Very, very easy to understand what's going on with the text. All right, you see, as you can see, look, this is all uninhabited over here. Look at this.
I see that.
This is all like Everglades swamp, alligators in here. Look at this. This is all alligator land right here. So you see how you're in the middle of this neighborhood right here, and if you look, see, that's.
What the plus is, we're only here for one day.
Oh, I know that, but look, you see, where the hell? These are all houses, right? Look. Where does he want you to walk, right?
Right.
I mean, where are you going to walk? I mean, all right. Well, I'm not busy today, so I'm gonna accommodate you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. It's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna treat you nice. All right.
All right.
All right. So what we're gonna do is, you said that they'll let you keep the luggage there. What? They're gonna let you in the house, or somebody's there?
They gave me the code and stuff. They said the people are cleaning it, so they said that you can drop the luggage off after 12. I said, well, I'll be
then
there.
Come back at 3.
He said come back at hopefully 1:45 and sit in the backyard.
No, that's bull.
And then I sit in the backyard at 1:45, and then at 3 o'clock you can.
He gave you the code?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be there in 11 minutes. We'll check it out. very few markets and stuff are going to be open today.
Okay.
But for some reason, there's a high-end market by my house called Fresh Market, and it was open this morning. I went there with my girlfriend. We couldn't believe it. It was open. It was packed. But so that means, a lot of people were saying that they were the only ones open. So, I don't know. You know why they were open? Because people ordered turkeys.
Okay.
And they cooked turkeys there, and people were picking up orders. So as they were picking up orders, the supermarket was open. But also, I believe, I don't know. I really don't know. I actually don't know. Don't know what's open. But what we'll do is, when I get off the highway, because we're on the highway, we're getting off the highway in 4.5 miles, we'll look to see what's there. Because if I take you anywhere, it's probably not going to be on the highway. It'll be something between the highway and this Airbnb.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to take you on the highway anywhere. And, you guys hungry? Did you guys want to eat? Or
Yeah, we could. Like I said, we could probably eat. Yeah.
Because we probably can find probably could find some place where you can go eat, and then maybe take it. How many people are you?
6.
You can fit into an Uber XL, without the luggage.
Yeah.
One Uber XL.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to fit in there with the luggage. So in a way, does anybody here have Uber and know how to do it?
Yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah.
All right. Well, then maybe we can find.
that'd be cool.
Maybe we can find you a place.
Yeah.
And also, when you order the Uber, definitely put 6 people.
Right.
Because that way they come with the biggest vehicle, right?
Right.
Yeah. And as long as we're picking you up, and as long as you're close to where you're staying, it's not going to be a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
$20 maybe, right?
Right.
$30 tops probably. So that would be a good bet. You can
That sounds great.
Yeah, you can hang out. So now it's just a matter of
Just find a little spot to eat or something
yeah.
like that.
We'll look to see where we're at when we get off the highway. So basically, from here to here, see, we're getting off the highway there,
Yeah.
and then we're going even more west.
Like I said, because it's crazy how when we looked at this house, we were kind of threw off by it because it says yeah, it's Miami, but yet still it's like, wait a minute, why is it so far
Yeah,
away?
Miami's the biggest city in Florida, by the way. Miami's huge. Yeah.
We were like, why is it so far away from everything else? You know what I mean? We couldn't understand.
Oh,
it.
well, I'll teach you what I don't use Uber, but I'm really good on the computer. I'm really good on my phone. What I would suggest next time you want to stay in an Uber and you're traveling is what you do is you look for you order the Uber by zip code. So basically, you look at where you are and you look at that zip code and you try to find an Uber in that zip code. That's the best route to go, right?
Okay.
And then if there's nothing available in that zip code, you look at the adjoining zip codes, and you can just Google zip code map, right? So if you Google zip code map and you wanted to stay, let's say, by the Miami airport, and you look at the Miami airport zip code, then you just go to Uber and go to Airbnb, and then you can type in the zip code, and it comes up with all the homes that in that zip code. That's the safest way to go because zip codes aren't that big, right? What are they, 10 miles maybe? And then every 10 miles this is another zip code.
I like that a lot.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's what you should consider next time. As always, go by zip code. Yeah.
That's a good cheat code there. I like that.
Yeah. This is your exit right here, Bird Road. We're in South Miami right now. Oh, I'm sure these houses are pretty nice and big. I'm sure they're nice and big, these houses. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all Spanish out here. It's all Spanish. Latin, very Latin.
At the airport, that's all it was Spanish.
Yeah, well, the Spanish. Yeah, yeah, it's only Spanish. Miami is predominantly Spanish.
Yeah,
it is predominantly, especially in the middle to low class neighborhoods. Once you get into the high class neighborhoods and the multi-million-dollar homes, then it's a mix of all types of people.
Okay.
But the middle class and lower class, poverty, mostly it's all South Americans. A lot of them don't speak English. And they come here because they know that their people are here, right? So when you come into this country through Florida, let's say, you want to be around people that you can talk to because the people that move here don't learn English. They live here their whole lives and they never speak English.
Never speak.
No, they only learn Spanish. Okay, so right now we're 5 minutes. So, and we're gonna go to the house, but anywhere from here to the house, you guys look out the windows, and if you want, I'll drive you back there.
Okay.
Because this Uber XL is only gonna cost $20.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes away, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, this is Kendall, by the way. That's where we are. This is Kendall Hospital. So Kendall is kind of southwest Miami. It's just west of the airport, Miami Airport. So if you go east of us, which is where we're going, I guess east. Is this east or west? Yeah. So we're going to be making a left, so we're going east, right? And there's the Miami Airport. Let's see where the Miami Airport is. Is that the Miami Airport? Yeah, so this is the Miami Airport, you see?
Okay.
This is where you're staying, and the port of Miami is right there. See that island?
Yeah.
That's where the cruise ships are. So the cruise ships are pretty much close to the Miami Airport, right? So we're going west of the Miami Airport and then south. So I consider it South Miami, even though they're considering this Kendall. This to me is South Miami because anything to me south of even Key Biscayne, it's pretty much parallel. Yeah. So to me, this is all South Miami, and this is all Everglades. See, there's nothing here. So when it comes to housing in Miami, it's only this little area right here. And after that, these are the keys. The keys start right here. So as you can see, Miami ends right around here. So we're, this Miami Beach, and Miami kind of starts right here. See Sunny Isles?
Yeah.
That's where Miami starts. This is Fort Lauderdale, where I picked you up. Miami's a big city, so Miami starts right here, and then it goes down here. So that's why you consider that South Miami. This would be mid-Miami, North Miami, South Miami. And this is Miami Beach. This is South Beach. South Beach is right here. Miami Beach is South Beach, right here. These are some islands here, like Star Island, where P. Diddy lives. This is where P. Diddy lives.
He's not there now.
Look, see Star Island? That's where his house got raided, right there.
That's the house that got raided?
Yeah, so Star Island, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He bought that house off of Gloria Estefan with Miami Sound Machine.
Oh, man.
Remember Miami Sound Machine?
Yes.
That's where he bought the house from.
Who the heck did she marry? Because she after she married him, she didn't do anything else.
Oh, Gloria Estefan?
Yeah.
No, she married the guy in the band, Emilio Estevez.
Isn't he's like crazy rich though, isn't he?
I know that she was a singer, he was the
Yeah.
producer, and they married. I don't know that they got divorced. I know they
No,
just...
I think they still married. I think I looked it up one point in time, and his net worth is like something unreal.
Well, that was a successful group back in the day when there was no phones, and all the artists made money back then. You know, it's different when now with technology. That was before streaming, where if you wanted to hear conga and what's the other one she does? Conga, and there's another one she does. I forgot. They had two or three big hits, and you know,
Rhythm is Gonna Get You.
Yeah, that was there was one more besides that one. So there was 3 big hits, right? Dr. Beat. Dr. Beat. So there's a couple of ones they did, and that they became multimillionaires from that, especially in South America. They're South American. They probably still tour in South America, matter of fact. All right, so let's look around over here, see what's over here. There's a Publix supermarket right there. I don't know if they're open. Let me see. You can Google to see if that Publix is... No, that Publix is closed. See that? It's closed, right. All right, there's a Winn-Dixie. That's another supermarket. Let me see if that's open. Dollar Tree, Winn-Dixie. McDonald's is open. I didn't see where the Winn-Dixie was. You can Google that and see if that's open if you want to go to the supermarket. Oh, there's Winn-Dixie. No, Winn-Dixie's closed. Yeah, Winn-Dixie's closed. All right. So he expects you to walk to this street. You see? You see where you are?
Yeah.
Can you he's expecting you to walk this way to that street, which looks like it's 4 blocks.
Yeah.
This way. That's what he wants you to do, is walk to the street. But even this street, but even this, Key
Foods is open.
Yeah, that's a Spanish supermarket. There's none of those where I live. That's a Spanish supermarket. And they are open. Yep, they're open. There you go. They're open. So if you want to go shopping for the house, you can always go walk around in there. There's bathrooms in there, right? There's probably a deli. You can get some sandwiches, sandwich meat, right? You could probably, that could be one spot right there I could drop you off. Because I'm going to be going back that way anyway. Yeah, this is all Spanish. See, look, Las Flores. See, everything is Latin over here.
K-band.
Very Latin. Oh, you got a Walgreens over here. That's a pharmacy. You guys know about Walgreens?
Yeah, we have Walgreens.
All right, let me see if that might be open. This looks like this CVS is open too. It's the same thing. 2 pharmacies.
Yeah, we have those.
So actually, the supermarket is probably in walking distance of here. I don't think you'd want to walk any further. Remember that, where was it? The Spanish market?
Yeah,
that Spanish market. Key
yeah.
Food is pretty much in walking distance of these 2 pharmacies. I don't think you'd want to work any farther than that. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right,
if I dropped you off at here, it'd be a nice 10-minute walk to the Key Foods.
Yeah.
If I dropped you off at Key Foods, it'd be a nice 10-minute walk to either of these pharmacies.
Right.
If you just want to walk, just want to get out and, I don't know how you feel about this weather. For me, it's a little too hot. You had a couple of good cold days, but today's not one of them. Today's a humid, hot day.
We come from 32, so we'll take this.
It's probably 80 right now,
Yeah,
and humid.
Yeah, we come from 32, so we'll take this.
All right, get some comfortable shoes on. Get some comfortable shoes on, and I'll drop you off. You don't need a jacket, so.
Unless we see a restaurant, I'm thinking that Key Foods.
All right. Well, all I saw so far was the McDonald's.
We see that Key
Which is
Food.
the McDonald's was right before the Key Foods.
Yeah, it was. Figure you can get some time here shopping and then go there.
Let me see if this Pizza Hut's open. No, Pizza Hut's closed. Oh, that Spanish place is open there, La Ranchito. They probably have rice and beans and chicken. Yeah, rice and beans and chicken. Ranchino. And then from the Ranchino, you can walk to the CVS or the Walgreens. That's another option. Drop you off at the restaurant, you can walk to the pharmacy. Okay, this is where he's expecting you to walk, because we're making a right at that light, you see?
Right.
So he's expecting, it's actually one long block. It looks like it's 3 blocks, but it's one long block. So let's just drive past it so we see what's on the other side of the street. Because we got to go down this street.
Yeah.
So let's just see what's over here. I'll go to that second light and I'll turn around. You see what's over here. Looks like there's another supermarket over here open, La Presidente. Another Spanish supermarket.
Definitely.
That one's a little closer. That one you can walk to, actually. You can walk to all of this. Let's see what's in here. We'll go in here. See what's in here, because this you can walk to. There's a restaurant right here. Rio Crystal, looks like they're closed, yeah. Everything's closed over here. Yeah, closed. All right, across the street, oh, Flanagan's is open. Wow, that's the best restaurant. Oh my God, you're gonna love it. If you can go there, you're gonna love Flanagan's. You're probably gonna have to wait for a table. Are they open? Their Flanagan's are all over South Florida. They got ribs, they got, oh my God, they got the fish and chips, the beer battered shrimp. That's a famous spot. Let me see if this guy's going inside. Pinecrest. Why, you're looking at it on the phone?
Yeah.
Let me see if that door opens. Hold on, has he opened that door?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's open. Let me tell you something. That's where you want to go.
Okay, that's it.
That's where you want to go. So all right, we'll drop off the luggage.
Yeah.
And look, it says we can go this way too. That's good. All right, we'll drop off the luggage. Let's see how far it is. Maybe you can walk home. Let's see. So this is the way you would walk. So yeah, it might be doable to walk. Yeah. It says it's a. Let me see. Yeah, it's a 2-minute drive. You can walk this. You go this way. You make 3 blocks up. Isn't bad. There's a sidewalk you can walk on. Some of the streets don't have sidewalks. You got some sidewalks here.
Yeah, after we eat all that food, we can walk it off a little bit.
Yeah, they got good ribs there. Really good ribs. That's what they're known for. They got fish sandwiches, mahi sandwiches. They got one right by my house, Flanagan's. They got them all over South Florida. It's a guy named Flanagan that passed away, and his family runs it. They also got liquor stores connected to it, so it's a Flanagan's Liquor and a Flanagan's restaurant. That's why I'm surprised they're open. That's great. It's gonna be packed. Yeah, look, you might be able to walk this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just you know how to put your.
Like I said, we always, if mom don't feel like walking, we can always hit the Uber.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just make sure you get an Uber XL. That's the only thing you're gonna fit in. Yeah, there's a bar in this place too. So it's a bar and a restaurant. So you could sit at the bar and eat. It's probably going to be packed, but you probably have to wait. Probably going to have to wait for a table.
We got time.
Yeah. Yeah, see, these houses are big. Some of them, you see. A lot of them have gates on the windows and stuff, because back in the day, this was a rough neighborhood, but they tore everything down and they rebuilt it. So all these homes are renovated and they're real big. But back in the day, these homes were all gated up. Not anymore, because this used to be bad over here. But these houses have all been rebuilt. They all look like they're renovated. That's Bird Road.
Okay.
That's Bird Road, yeah. That's the main street. That's the only street you can walk to. So at least it's close to that street, It's just this one street. You see, you're here, so you make a left and then walk up that street. And then you could go to that street, make a right, and that's where the Flanagans would be. And you can go make a left, and that's where the 2 pharmacies are. So you can walk to the CVS would be on your side, and then the Walgreens would be across the street. Yeah. And you're the second house in on the left, it looks like, right here. Yeah, it looks like that's probably the cleaner right there. Yeah, they're probably cleaning that house right there. There's your house right here. All right, I'm going to turn around and go inside the driveway.
She is outside.
All right. Yeah, they renovated all these houses, yeah. These used to be little shanty little houses, and they renovated all of them. Because Miami is a great place to live now. There ain't no bad neighborhoods in Miami anymore. There used to be, not anymore. If you live in Miami, it's a good neighborhood. It's just how good. How good is it going to be? There's no such thing as a bad neighborhood anymore. Like the house you're staying in looks like it's completely renovated.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
They even put the fake grass in the front. Golf course, fake grass, yeah. Yeah, this was definitely made to be an Airbnb, yeah.
Started yet.
any English.
No.
Not one lick. Told you.
How do you?
That means the owner doesn't speak any
How do
English.
you do it around here?
I don't really, believe it or not. Like I said, where we are right now, I don't come here very often.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I do, I'm not really speaking to people. I'm speaking to my passengers, right?
Yeah.
And when it comes for me to socialize and go do things, I don't do things in the neighborhood like this.
Okay.
I never come here. I mean, as far west as I go is to the Miami airport. Most of the time, I'm up and down the East Coast, where all the tourists are, right? And the tourists all speak English.
Like you said, it looks good in there though. You know,
It looks
once we get
really
inside,
nice. No, it looks really nice.
Inside, we're good.
That house was renovated to be an Airbnb. That's a professional Airbnb. Yeah, no doubt.
Once we get in, we're good.
So look where we are now, right? We're gonna
Right,
go. We're gonna
so-
go to this street, and I think the next light or the light after that is where the Flanagan's is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in the middle of this shopping center, so it really is kind of like the second light. Yeah. Yeah, and look, the supermarket's open too, so you guys are all set.
Yeah.
You guys are all set. Yeah.
Do you have cash out?
No. Don't worry about tipping me. I'm all good. You're gonna need your money for Flanagan's. You're gonna need every dime because those ribs. I'm not gonna say they're cheap. They're just really good. I'm sure it's packed in there. Yeah.
Just want to give you something, man.
Nah,
Just
don't
see
worry.
what you miss.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Are
It's-
you picking
it's-
us up? If
I
you
was
picking
gonna
us
say
up,
you picking us up.
you picking us up from the boat, then I got you then.
Yeah, I'm your driver. I'm your driver. Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, to take us to the boat.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, they take us to the, you taking us to the boat too?
No.
From the boat back to the hotel. Okay.
All right, you
That's
guys
all right.
enjoy your day. Watch your head.
All right.
And we'll see you on the way back.
Right.
Appreciate it. You're welcome. Happy holidays. Enjoy. Breaded ribs, the mahi sandwich, and chicken wings. Chicken wings, mahi sandwich, and the ribs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Bye.
All right.
You're welcome.